As I was saying, if you're a person like me who has to monitor your glucose levels, your glucose intake, or your starch intake, so to speak, your starch intake, in order to balance your glucose levels, I might have something for you. And you like rice, if you like rice, rice is usually a heavy starch item. You have to eat a very small amount of it, because the starch shoots your glucose levels up. Now, I discovered that minute rice, this minute rice that no, I'm sure you've heard of it. This is not an advertisement or anything. This is just something that I discovered that works for me. Minute rice. This is what it looks like. It comes in smaller containers also. The minute rice is already cooked. It's already washed and cooked, and it's just one ingredient. Washed and cooked, and then they dried it out, right? In order to get it to that consistency where you just have to pour the hot water on it, and it fluffs up. So it's already cooked. So all that starch is gone from after it's been cooked. That starch is gone, and I found that when I use the minute rice, I can use a little more than the regular rice. I have used black rice. Black rice, they said, is very nutritious and everything else, and it does not really send your glucose up. But I found that it did. So now I discovered this minute rice, and this is what I'm using now. So, and you can use it in various ways. Apart from the regular, just pour it into a pot with some hot water and just let it sit for 5 minutes. It finishes in 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and then you fluff it and you have it. That's fine. But there are other recipes that you can have it. You can use it with. And I'm going to show you a recipe. I'm going to make a yellow minute rice, which I'm going to add some vegetables to it and saute some vegetables and make it really flavorful, and then pour my rice in there and just let it sit and then fluff it up. So let's go to the ingredients. The minute rice, and we're going to do like maybe about 4 to 6 servings of this. And I'll add some vegetables to it, and I may add some red beans to it also, and it's going to come out beautiful. It's going to be wonderful. So let's go to the ingredients and let's get some yellow minute rice going. So here we are. My minute rice, my yellow rice is never it's never complete without this seasoning here. It's the bijol. The bijol, this is a coloring seasoning. It's a condiment, a coloring seasoning. And I always use this in my yellow rice. So I have like a 1 teaspoon here. I'll see if I need some more eventually. But that's my my main ingredient for the color. Now I have a pack of Sazon here, which is going to add some more color to it. But this is, as I was saying, the Sazon is going to add some more color, but it's more for the flavor of the flavor in the rice. I have some fresh garlic here. I have some thyme here, and red onions, or purple onions, I should say. And this is some cilantro, some scallion and cilantro. These are my fresh seasonings that I'm going to saute for the dish. I have some cooked vegetables here. It's carrots, some spinach, and some bell peppers. This is from a dish I did before. I sauteed some vegetables to have with some meats. So I had a little bit left over. I'm going to dump that in there also. And I'm going to see how much of these beans I can put in there also. So we're experimenting with this thing, but the main thing is the minute rice. I have 4 cups of minute rice here, 4 cups of minute rice, and as I told you, the minute rice is already cooked, and it's already cooked, washed, and then I guess I dried, and however they did it, but it has very little starch in it. I have a couple pieces of broccoli here. I'll try to incorporate everything in there. We'll see what comes out of the dish. So let's heat our pot, and we'll start with some butter and some oil, and start sauteing the vegetables that we have here. So we're just melting some butter here, and I have a tablespoon of canola oil, and once that's melted and heated up, we're gonna start adding the vegetables. So here we go, our butter and oil nice and heated. I have the thyme in there. Just put red onions in there, the scallion. Get everything sauteed now. Garlic. And the minute rice thing, God forbid your life is moving at such a fast pace as mine was when I was working. Now I'm retired. You need stuff like this. You need stuff like minute rice, and really stuff that cooks quickly and still can be nutritious and healthy for you. So we're gonna let this saute for a while until the onions become translucent and the garlic gets nice and fragrant, and before we do anything else here. So let this saute. I'll put some seasoning in there. I'll just add some bouillon, a little bit of bouillon powder, and maybe some black pepper. A little bit of black pepper. I added some bouillon, about a teaspoon of bouillon powder in there. Let that all saute. Now let's add some color. This is my bijou. I'm going to add the bijou into there because we want it to get nice and fragrant, and get the color starting to get to everything. So let that start cooking. Also, I'm going to add my Sazon in there. I added half of the pack of Sazon in there. Alright. And the ratio of rice to water is, if you're using 4 cups of rice, you use 4 cups of water, right? So it's an equal, but I would usually add like an extra cup because I like my rice really soft, and the extra cup of water really makes it soft. And you can use water, or you can use chicken broth, beef broth, or whatever you want. So let this go for a while, and then we'll be back to add the liquids. So we did have our onions and stuff sauteing for a while. I just added the cooked vegetables that I had. Remember I told you I had some cooked vegetables that I wanted to add in there. Spinach, bell peppers, and some cabbage. Not cabbage. Carrots. I knew it began with a C, right? So you put those in there, heat those up, and let everything get sauteed and get a little flavor in there. And you can also put meats in here. I'm going to do another recipe where you can add meats into this rice, into this minute rice dish. These are minute rice dishes that I'm going to share with you, and you can also add meats into them, right? So here we have some beans. I'm going to put some of these beans in here. Let them all saute. Yeah, put them all in there. Give that a minute to get some flavor, and then I'll be back. So now this is what this looks like. I have the beans, the spinach, the red bell peppers, lots and the coloring, and all the other seasonings in here, and they're all sauteed. Now we're going to add 4 cups of water. I'm going to use hot water, and then bring that to a boil. So let's get our hot water and then be back. So now that we have some boiling water, just be careful. And remember, we have 4 cups of minute rice. So we're going to use 5 cups of boiling water for that. I always like to put a little extra water in there because I like my rice really soft. And this is the cup I used to measure my rice, so that's why I have 5 cups. 5 cups of water. And now we're gonna bring this to a boil. This may seem to you that it's taking a long time, but it really isn't. We just got to bring this to a boil before we put our rice in, okay? Because once the rice goes in there, you shut it off and cover it, and that's the end of that. Your dish is done, okay? 10-15 minutes and you're good. So here we are. Now the water is boiling. What you need to do here is just add the rice, and this is our 4 cups of rice. We added 5 cups of water. Just add the rice in there, give it a stir. Give it a wonderful stir. Make sure everything is blended in. It looks awesome already, doesn't it? And you just have maybe 4 minutes left. We'll just cover this, take it off the fire, just shut your fire off. Shut your fire off and just get a cover and cover the pot. Once you cover your pot, pull it off the fire, and then you'll monitor from there. In the next 5 minutes, you'll come back and then you'll fluff and see if you have your good texture. If you have your texture, you're good. I forgot. I wanted to put some broccoli in there. So this is a good time to put it in there because broccoli doesn't really take a long time to cook. So here we go, guys. After 5 or 10 minutes, well, not 10 minutes, about 6 minutes or so, I let it go. You just fluff it You just fluff it, and there you are. A lovely yellow minute rice. So we'll just dish this out. You can serve this up any way you like, with a piece of meat, chicken, you know, roast, whatever. It's a very good side, and it takes less than 15 minutes to do once you got all your stuff prepared. So thank you for watching, and I'll be coming back with some more minute rice recipes that you can use. And if life gets really fast, you have a speedy dinner, a speedy lunch, or a speedy whatever, a speedy side. So take care, and I wish you all the best. Thank you for watching. Bon appetit.